Welcome back, everybody. I am the Eat Coach, RL Melpica, natural health and diet specialist. And today I want to talk about overcoming some of the challenges of eating raw in a cooked food world. Now, I appreciate each one of you checking out my channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button in your lower right-hand corner. And of course, if the video resonates with you, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. But when we're talking about transitioning to raw or eating better, one of the hardest things is kind of the social pressure that our peers put on us, because the majority of the world eats majority cooked food, right? So how do you make that transition? How do you overcome some of those challenges? How do you deal with your own cooked food addictions when you go out and everybody else is eating cooked food? So I'm gonna give you guys a few tips, stuff that I've learned in the past few years as I've been on the transition towards raw, and I've been eating majority raw for over 2 years here. But first thing you think about is like holidays and family outings, right? You got traditions that are in place, and huge spreads of cooked food that are just destroying your neurotransmitters because of the aromas, bringing up old memories of what those foods used to taste like. I understand it's extremely difficult. It is, but there are a few things you can do, right? And I made a comment about the grocery store, right? Not a comment, I should say, but a video about going to the grocery store. And you should never go to the grocery store hungry, because you're going to end up buying things based off of that addiction and need for food in that particular moment. You're going to be buying off of emotion versus off of logic. It's the same concept that comes with going to family outings and holidays. You want to go to these different events already with some food in your stomach. So what I do is we will eat something that is more in line and more aligned with our lifestyle and our health values before we go to these outings. Now, look, I understand it. I get it, especially holidays. Like, holidays make it tough because we kind of correlate holidays with food. Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? Even 4th of July, even Easter, right? Easter dinner, things of that nature. Like, we kind of connect food with those holidays. And I'm not saying that this has to, you have to completely eliminate that. But the first step is, eat something. I'm not saying, completely eat a full meal before you go to one of these outings, a full raw meal before you go, but eat something, because that is going to lessen the temptation for you to eat out of line, right? Another thing is bring your own food. That's what we do a lot too. Like, when we go to these outings, like, fruit is amazing for spreads. We'll bring a watermelon, or we'll bring a fruit tray, or a fruit pizza, or something, something extravagant, something creative that other people are going to be excited about as well. Like, we make a few things that, maybe I'll make a video about at some point. We make some things that are very creative, that taste amazing, and that are more in line with our health, versus going to a Thanksgiving dinner and you've got turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and cranberry, all these different things that are just going to completely throw you out of whack. So that's another aspect too. So look and find different recipes, different raw recipes, different healthy recipes that you can create and bring to the party as well. So you don't feel like you're in a space where you're the outsider. You're contributing, and the best part of it is those around you, your social circle, your family, are going to get a chance to try some of the amazing things that you eat and get to feel what you feel. Believe me, I understand what it's like to be the outsider, to be the one who has to answer questions constantly. Why aren't you eating this? Why don't you eat that? Oh, I wish I could do that, but you know what? I just love the taste of turkey too much, or something like that, right? But when you start to bring them into your world, they'll see that it is possible and feasible. And I'll say this, you'd be surprised. I'm shocked at how many people that I felt would never be interested in what I do have come to me and asked me how I did it, and want to kind of get on that path. So, don't sell yourself short, for sure. Another big one for me was vacations. Going on vacation used to be like Obviously, as I was excited about getting to the destination, but the first thing me and my wife would do would be look at what restaurants they have. Like what's the hot restaurant? Because we want to eat the food of that specific place, right? And what I learned was there's so many other things you can do on vacation besides focusing on food. Now, it's not to say you can't go and have a nice meal and things of that nature, right? We're all in a transition. We're all looking to better ourselves, but that doesn't mean we're perfect and don't give ourselves grace. But when you start to look at a vacation without the mindset of food being at the forefront, you will realize there is so much more amazing things you can do on vacation and with your time, and feel better while you're doing it, and not feel like you have to work yourself back after vacation. Because when I used to go on vacation, man, I would gain so much weight just by all the food I would eat, and then I'd have to work myself back every single time. So if you're not looking to do that and you're looking to really apply this transition and apply these habits and values into vacation, just start looking at different activities. The more busy you are, the less apt you are to really focus your vacation on food. And look, we're in 2024. Pretty much every single restaurant is going to have something that you can eat, or that is at least close to an alignment of what you're trying to do. TripAdvisor is amazing at kind of sorting those things out. There's even websites specifically for restaurants that align with a more raw-based or even a vegan type of lifestyle. So make sure you check that. You do the due diligence on that. And what me and the wife do, one of the first things we do is when we go on vacation, we go to the grocery store. It's something we've never done before. But when we did it, we first did it in Colorado, and it had amazing results. We went to the grocery store and we spent about $150, $200 or something like that just on fruit and leafy greens and things that are in alignment with what we eat. And by doing that, we eliminated 1 to 2 meals each day of what we would usually go out and eat at a restaurant. So instead of every morning getting up and going to have breakfast somewhere and then going somewhere to have lunch and going somewhere to have dinner, we had fruit already at the hotel or the rental home, and we would indulge in that, and we'd have snacks throughout the day that we could carry with us, staying in alignment, feeling good, enjoying our time, and not having to backtrack and completely make up, or I should say lose the 10 to 15 pounds that we gained on vacation. So it's just more in alignment. And when you do it, it might seem kind of crazy at first thought, but when you actually do it and experience it, you'll be like, your eyes are just going to go like this. Wow, why wasn't I doing this before? But those are just some tips for challenges. Look, we're all going to go through it, right? We live in a predominantly cooked food world, right? Not even predominant. We live in a cooked food world, plain and simple. And, we have to, as people that are looking to be healthier and really take health seriously, we are going to have to deal with this probably for the rest of our lives. And that's okay. That's why we have communities. That's why, we have each other. And just know that you're not alone. And those moments, even though they are kind of tough and the addiction sometimes kicks in for the cooked food, just put some of these things in place, bringing your own food or eating beforehand or having a little snack here and there. And ultimately staying in alignment and realizing that there's more to holidays, there's more to family group outings, there's more to vacations than indulging yourself and overeating and gluttony and completely making your body feel like shit. So I hope this resonated with you. I hope you can take a few of these tips. If there are, if you're looking for certain things, certain recipe ideas or things like that for holidays or anything, drop me a comment. I'll share some of those. If I get enough comments, I will do a video on it because I've been trying to do more of that, put more of the things that I'm eating, more of the food combinations, things like that to keep things fresh, because sometimes eating things over and over can get boring, right? So just go ahead and leave me a comment there. And also make sure if this resonated with you, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribing yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the love and all the support. You guys have a great one, and I'm out of here. Peace and love, everybody.